So TJ Watt finally signs his deal after missing all of training camp. But more importantly, Harry, how do you look on the field?
And I thought he played well. Him and Ingram.
Ingram was a beast, an animal.
That's a good combination.
It is. The whole line, my God, were they? And the Bills, they racked up, I think, 4 or 5 holding penalties. It could have easily been 4 or 5 more that entire game that wasn't called. Even more. They were pretty much holding every play.
Between those two and Hayward. They were causing all kinds of problems the whole
animals. Game. And that was a pretty good Bills line. Despite the holding penalties, that's a solid line.
No, I mean, they played great. They're in the backfield all day, blowing up runs, rushing Allen. They just complement each other really well.
They do. And what's the price? Well, first, let's say, of course, the Steelers won. It ended up 23-16. Joe was very close. I said 10 points. Bills made that late kick to bring it to 7, but it was a great game. And one thing that surprised me, I said in our preview of the game last week when we were talking, I said I was confident in the line. One thing I was worried about was the secondary. Let me do a complete 180 on that. The secondary was freaking fantastic.
They played good, really good, a lot better than I was ragging on them all summer.
Trey Norwood had a great game. Sutton had a great game.
Sutton was all over the place.
He was all over.
Heard his name all day.
All day. He was the most notable player in the backfield. I mean, he was a beast. Pierre had a great play there at the end of the game. Huge play. They were great. They really surprised me.
Well, I mean, that was supposedly the weak spot of the defense, and they play like that. That defense is the best, if not one of the best.
Yeah.
Defense in the league. They played, all over the place, playing great. Really shut them down. Really kept Pittsburgh in the game in the first half when the offense couldn't do anything.
Saved the game.
They were just making plays over and over and causing fumbles. Causing tons of problems. That's amazing. And start to finish.
Let's not forget, the Bills are freaking good.
And the Bills,
they're one of the best teams in the league, guys. It's not like a walkover game here. This is a very good team. And the defense, the Steelers defense might be better than last year, which last year I think they were top 3. If they can play like that all season and we don't get a lot of injuries, my goodness, look out.
Yeah, that's the key, is injuries. If they're healthy, they're better than last year.
One thing that looked really bad. We all knew the line was going to be bad, right? It surprised me how bad it was, and it surprised me how much it affected the offense. I really thought, Najee, listen, he had a good game. He didn't do much. That line got eaten up so bad, especially in the first half. Now they adjusted and they did a lot better in the second half. But that first half, man, he was running into walls every time. Yeah. But I am surprised is that they didn't pass him the ball more.
So they didn't pass the ball more?
To Najee. I thought after he got stopped in the run, they would use him that way. But they went to him once or twice. He didn't catch it.
They tried a couple times. He kind of wasn't there.
They were bad throws by Ben, though, those 2 plays.
They were. I think I remember one of them was like a long third down. I don't think Najee was really looking for the ball.
Yeah.
On that one.
Yeah, that one he did turn kind of late. So that wasn't all. It was a bad pass too, but yeah, he turned late on that. So I think he finished with 45 yards. So
a lot of it was on one big run.
Yeah. Yeah, he had that one big one, I think in the 4th quarter maybe, or late third.
Late 3rd or 4th, something like that.
So not the day we expected for him, but I think he'll get better as the line gets better.
You got to have a line.
Yeah.
They were all over him as soon as he touched the ball.
The line is beat up too. So maybe if we get some players back next week, it will improve some.
Yeah, I think that's the key is if they're improving from week to week, then you're in good shape. That's all you can ask for. And it's a brand new line. They had one starter from last year. You can see it. I mean, it shows. So.
It did show today, and it mattered more than I thought it would. But hopefully we get Zach Banner back. I don't know if his injury's long term. Get some people back, get him in there. As long as they get better. I mean, like week 1, the Bills, this is one of the toughest teams you'll face. So, and their line was good. They were all over Ben today, the defense. So, but they gotta improve week to week. I was surprised too. They didn't really use their tight ends today. Usually Ben likes to go to the tight ends, but they kind of weren't in the playbook.
Yeah, you didn't see a lot of it.
I think Freiermuth had maybe 1 or 2 catches, and I don't think Ebron had a pass at him at all today.
I remember he had at least one.
Did he? He might have had one. Yeah, usually Ben likes to go to tight ends, but you didn't see him. Chase had some big plays, and Juju had some big plays.
Well, it might be the new offense too,
Yeah, it could be.
It's a little different.
Juju got blown up that one play. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
He got up though. The hit, after you saw the replay, I don't think the hit was as bad as it looked in the first real time, but
he was dishing it out too. I mean, I remember there was at least one play. He caught the ball kind of short, just completely ran over the corner.
And that is the most underrated part of Juju's game is his yards after catch. He barrels through guys. He's tough. He doesn't get the credit because he's seen as this TikToker and this soft new generation, but he's kind of got a little bit of Hines Ward in him.
A little bit.
He busts through guys and he gets those tough yards.
Receiver. He's strong. He's and he'll fight for yards. He'll come at you. He doesn't go down easy.
He does. How do you think Ben looked today?
I don't think he looked great. He finished 8 for 32. I don't know. Maybe if it's just being rusty, maybe it's getting used to the new offense. Maybe it was. I think it hurts. Not having a line is tough because you're rushed. Yeah. Even when you have time, you're rushed because you've been getting that pressure all game, and I think that probably affected him.
100%. And I think in the second half, when you saw the line got better and he adjusted more, we saw more of the Steelers. It is a new offense, and he's probably kind of rusty. He only played 1 preseason game. So it's going to take a while. I mean, we've seen in previous years, it takes him a week or 2 to get warmed up usually. So I think he'll get it. Most important thing, we got to get the run going. So whether that's Najee doing different things or that line just getting better at making gaps, they got to push people out. We only saw Najee today. We didn't see any of the other running backs. So he definitely got the full workload.
16 carries, 45 yards.
Yep.
Yeah, as long as that 18-yard run.
And as good as the defense was today, surprisingly only one turnover.
Yeah.
Which was that
fumble. I will say the running game is going to have to improve.
It has to. And I have faith it will. I really think Najee's the guy. It's just that line's got to get better at making holes for him.
He is the guy. He's got talent. You can see it.
Yeah.
But he'll get better.
Man, the biggest play of the game, I can still hear my throat a little bit. I lost my voice. Was that punt block or that kick block for a touchdown? How about that?
That was the difference in the game.
It was. It made the game right there. Who had that on their agenda for Monday night or Sunday opening game against the Bills?
Yeah, and that was huge.
It was huge. It turned the whole momentum. It really did. It was all defense from that point. The defense made a huge play, got the points up, and then the offense was able to get going after that. But man, we went to that, scoreless too. I also think this is the first time under Mike Tomlin the Steelers have won after going into the half scoreless. Before today, they've never won.
When you have a good defense, you can do things like that.
Yeah. So who called the Steelers beating the Bills week 1, by the way? Joe did.
That was me.
No, it wasn't you. You were wrong, sir, along with most people. The national media all picked the Bills. They're all wrong as usual. I'm interested to see what the narrative on the Steelers is this week. Are we going to get what we got last year where, the Bills weren't really that good? Were the Bills overhyped? Or are they actually going to give the Steelers some credit?
I think the Steelers will get credit.
I don't think you can deny that defense.
I don't think it was mistakes. It was the defense was shutting them down for a lot of
The Bills actually looked really good. They were slinging the ball.
They're a good
had some
team.
Plays. Yeah. So yeah,
thing
it definitely
is-
wasn't a Bills self-destruct by any means.
No.
And they were getting some leeway with the refs too, with those holding calls. So they had it all going for them. Steelers stepped up. God, that defense. I can't wait to watch next week now. Jesus. Steelers defense is the best defense.
Yeah, they played. I mean, they really took away a lot of deep throws.
Mhm.
There wasn't a lot of deep throws.
The secondary was so impressive. Like that's the biggest thing today. We know the front was going to be huge. TJ Watt, Melvin Ingram did better than I expected, but we still knew. But man, I did not expect the secondary to shut it down like that.
You're getting pressure, and these corners don't have to cover as long. It helps. It helps all around when you're able to do that.
Yeah, but they didn't. I mean, let's be honest. The Bills line did a good job at giving Josh Allen some time. Like he was rushed. We got in there today for sure, especially Ingram on a few plays, but he had a lot of time, especially in that first half. And the secondary really made sure he had nowhere to go with it.
He was trying. I mean, there were
They
a
made
lot
him
of
run the
holding
ball. A
calls.
lot of those Bills drives were him running out of the pocket and getting first downs himself.
Yeah.
Took away the options. So Steelers, I don't want to get into next week yet. We're going to cover that at the end of the show. We'll talk Steelers Raiders. We record this Sunday night, by the way. What's Monday morning anyways? Raiders play actually Monday night tonight at the Ravens. So we really don't know what to expect from the Raiders yet. They'll probably not be that good this year. But we'll get into that at the end of the show.